than the American style. So always go grass-fed,
Testing.
European style. It tastes better and it's better for us. If you want my favorite Bobby-approved versions, Kerrygold is fantastic. Aldi makes an Irish version of this that's grass-fed also. Kirkland makes their grass-fed New Zealand one too, and Vital Farms makes a grass-fed one also. All of those are the best grass-fed nutrient-dense butter that's healthy saturated fat.
Give me the time to meet you. What happened?
Stop researching with ChatGPT.
I don't
Its
care.
Information is not reliable, and you can't use it in your paper without proper sources.
I
But
have
Liner
all the
is
proper
different.
sources.
Unlike ChatGPT, Liner is a reliable AI search engine for your research. In scholar mode, Liner backs up its information with scholarly sources like peer-reviewed journals and research papers. For any article you find, you can instantly generate citations just with one click.
Whoa.
You can easily find and cite reliable information for your papers.
Can I hear clearly?
If you are a student, sign up with your school email to unlock Liner Pro for free.
Is there an echo?
Start researching smarter with Liner.
Can you hear me? Can you hear the screen?
I switched from due dates to due dates, and it made me go from weeks behind to weeks ahead of my deadlines. You see, I used to just bedrot all day getting nothing done. And you know that feeling of anxiety where ticking off items on your daily chores and to-do list is quite overwhelming? That was me.
I got the speaker set up.
This one secret. You see, it's called time blocking,
and I don't have
it
to wear
changed my
headphones.
life. There are loads of articles and studies
We're
about how it's
recording
such an
and
effective
streaming. You know what?
productivity app, and tons of CEOs
I only
and high
did the
achievers
stream
swear by it.
thing.
Not all
I only
eggs.
did the stream thing so I could test out the audio and make sure that when I make this video, this apology video, that I can properly have something to export to YouTube that's not corrupted. So what we're doing here essentially is, this is my apology video for me to say I'm very sorry. This doesn't look like a countdown. This doesn't look like a countdown that a man's going to be living in his car in basically a month from now after May. This doesn't look like that type of countdown. This looks like somebody made 3 videos and then they gave up. Fuck, what is that poking me? I think I was laying on my iPhone charger and like I was like electrocuting myself actually. So, stop doing that. I'm gonna stop being awkward with you guys. I'm gonna stop acting like I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm gonna stop acting like there's a lot of the people I didn't talk to since I talked to y'all last. Let's actually pop up on our channel and see what's going on. Oh fuck. Now I have 3 videos that I did not upload.
Do you own
so
your
I have
home
been
in Arizona
working still,
and are
guys.
still paying for electricity?
I still been working hard, but I gotta edit one of the videos because I'm pretty sure I was going crazy in one of them with my roommate.
If you are trying to eat healthy.
And then the other videos, I'm working on a project right now, and I really can't show you if I haven't already. So if you haven't seen it already, then it's not ready yet. But I'm striving to be a good Justin Roiland. Alright? I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty, and I have my little animated series coming up. So hopefully that can replace the hole in my heart that's missing from the satiation of one of the great shows that have come out of this great millennium. I don't know how to use YouTube, and I don't know how to use anything. I don't know how to type. I think we're operating at a like 6th grade level. That might be too charitable as far as spelling and shit. So honestly, you couldn't pick a greater person to live vicariously through. You can set yourself as the intelligent version and sit back and enjoy. I was actually telling my roommate, I was saying I wish I could clone myself and send him out on this treacherous adventure, and then I could just sit back and watch it on YouTube. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to be doing this solo. So as you see, we've already hit thousands of views already. I don't really want that. I was actually telling my roommate I don't want that. Like, imagine, I probably said this already, but like, I'm out here going to pursue the path least traveled and put my head down as far as what other people say and how they perceive you, and just look at my own plan as I set forth on my path. And forgot what the fuck I was saying. No, I was saying, okay, so, and then imagine 100,000 people show up, and they're like, here's a bunch of money with my views, basically, and here you got a steady income coming in, and now you can afford 2 apartments. Well, isn't that a great cop-out? Isn't being able to own 2 apartments a great cop-out? That's a true test of will. That's a true test of will. If I were to have the income of a man that could afford 2 apartments and still continue to journey down this treacherous path. See, I can't even pronunciate correctly. I mean, that's kind of where the learning stopped as far as English and language. So, as long as I can feign the gift of gab, I was good enough with that. Anyway, I went to a Jordan Peterson convention recently. They're not really called that. It's called a lecture, but I call it Jordan Peterson convention when I'm mocking it with my friends. Because that's what you do. You mock things that you enjoy with your friends. You mock things you take very seriously with your friends. So I went there recently. I looked Jordan Peterson dead in the face. Kept attention the whole time. I think he looked at me. And when he looked at me, I got a little nervous. I was like, but I kept that look. I didn't look away. Usually if it was like a attractive woman or something, I'd be like, all right, give up. I'll look away. But I was like, no, not you, Jordan. I need you to remember this. I don't care. I can't have you see me like this. And I didn't break it. I don't think I did. We'll have to ask him if he was looking at me. But so that was really nice. To me, basically, you guys are going to learn me over time, I guess, because this is where I plan on offloading all my data, because fuck Dropbox, right? I know I have a Dropbox. I just got one. I didn't even know, like, it existed. Well, I knew it existed, but I was like, there's so many things that exist. There's so many options. I'm just like, what's first? So we got the Dropbox. So now we're not deleting videos that we just uploaded. Like, we'll upload a video and then delete it so we can have space. Like, we're not doing that anymore. We'll have it in the archive just in case. So, and all the countless other things that are making this dream come true, like my writing that has been revealed. It's been revealed. Not that I didn't write it, but it's been revealed that I'm not proofreading shit. Okay, that's what AI is for. So now I'm a writer because now I have a proofreader. So I throw up on a text document on my phone, and the proofreader translates it, and now I'm a writer. But truthfully, I fuck all those titles. You know what? The true title, and I can say this definitively and not feel like I'm like reaching. I'm a thinker. At the very least, let's just say that. And it's probably nice if you have those thoughts outside of your brain. It's probably nice if you store those thoughts outside your brain. I've had 25 years of not storing those thoughts outside my brain, so it looks like I haven't done shit for 25 years. But something's aching in my soul saying, wait a minute, I don't think that's true. I think you have been doing things. I don't think you were around the type of people that don't let you do things for 25 years. It's just not documented. And I'm sort of the type of guy that like, hey guys, let's enjoy this Taco Bell. We don't have to take a picture of it. So that may have worked against me as well. And I'm a little bit of Picasso myself. I'm not cutting off my ears or whoever that was. I know I keep paraphrasing this person wrong. I keep amalgamating this event to the wrong artist, but you know what I mean. I will destroy some art. In a fit of crazy rage, I will destroy some art. So who knows? who knows what's out there deep in a motherboard somewhere. So what I'll say is, ain't shit changed. We've talked to family. We've talked to family since then. I think I made these first 3 videos. I didn't talk to family yet. I was just rolling off my own momentum. That's why you see me relaxing a little bit. It's like, all right, what am I gonna say? Gotta do mom first, though. Mom was first. This is how I brought the idea up to mom. It was really fast because I was like, you know me. You know how I am. And that's pretty much told her. She was, yeah, I can't. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even say anything past that. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to, look, I'm already doing this Spartan shit, trying to be a Spartan. Let me just go on, be a goddamn nomad, and just stack up this bread. My mom's from Kenya. She has that entrepreneur spirit. She has that, let's pack up everything, leave our family, and come to America spirit. So it wasn't really hard. I kind of had her after the second line. And then also I'm a dude. So I'm like, come on. I mean, just saying, it's a different, the countries that are a little bit less behind, they're kind of still shouting out the dudes a little bit. They still kind of look up to dudes a little differently in these countries that are a little bit behind. They seem to very much value what a lone man can do on its own. They kind of take that seriously. So it was very easy to convince her. Had her after the second line, hit a couple jokes, make her laugh, boom, she's sold. Everybody else, though, and I'm saying this was all over breakfast. Like, this was all a conversation right over breakfast. Let's change the subject. We were talking about something else. Talking about fucking aliens or something. Like, it was just that fast. Everybody else took a little more convincing. But like I said, I mean, who knows you more than your mommy? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I called her that, but that's what I call her in real life. So I guess I'm trying to be transparent. All right, but I'm drinking these two because I might be the president one day. I'm drinking see if it gives me some type of energy to be the president one day. You know what I'm saying? Apparently this might help. I'm like a kid. I'm just watching. I'm just seeing what the older people are doing. I'm like, all right, you drink Coke? Okay. Let's do that too. There's no sugar in it. What can hurt? What's the problem? Just a little cancer sugar. Just a little. Can I say that? Fuck. Potential cancer sugar. It's plastic. All right, there's plastic there too. I was talking about the aspartame, but now let's bring up the plastic. All right. Let's bring up it's been sitting in the sun a little bit in the same plastic. Say the plastic, when you unscrew it a little bit, it's discolored at the top right here. It's a little discolored. It's like an old toy that's just been sitting with the other toys and starting to steal a little bit of the paint from the other ones. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening right there. Except that's carbohydrates. I listen to Joe Rogan. That's carbohydrate hydrates. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I could have paid an extra $300 and got to meet Jordan Peterson. I don't really think I could have met him. I think it was a Q&A part. I think it was a meet and greet. That's what it said. So I could have walked up, shook his hand, and said, hey, listen, you're always talking about adventures and stuff. I just don't want to shit on my idea, That's really stupid. I don't want that. I want to be like, well, that's the way you got, that's the barrier cross. I don't know. Because this is just something. I don't know if he's the type of person, though, that's constantly trying to change everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't really look at him like that. I was just telling my roommate, if he was my father, I would have done all this in secret and then told him later. Just because I don't think, it's that type of respect, and I don't think that he would approve. Even though my argument is I'm a better man at the other end. I don't know. But, look, I'm not really building these ideas too much concerned. I actually thought one time when I was thinking about that, if I did go up into him and ask him what he thought about it, that his response may be, if you have to ask me, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Because that sounds like something my dad would say. Maybe if you have to ask me, you're not. And I feel like I don't have to ask anybody. That's why I bought the $170 ticket and got a little closer. And you know what? I was in row P, seat 16. Don't say I'm like autistic or a genius or something. I was just really excited. So I was in that spot, but when I was looking at it on the website, it looked a lot closer. So I don't know if that's accurate, because I was like, my expectation, what I thought I was going to get, what I paid for, the location that I was in wasn't the location I was in. So that was a little upsetting. So next time I think I will pay the $500 just to get closer, and I don't think I'll have a question. I have questions, but I'm not special. I mean, I am special, but as long as I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. Have we talked like that on this channel yet? I don't think so. See, that sounds like I'm like being like, let me do, like, no, it's just like, if I can really just do like a man, like, even if it's stupid, whatever the fuck I want to do, then I'll be fine. Because I see most of the problems in my life is when I'm not doing what the fuck I want to do. Now, maybe other people's lives is different, where it's like you do what the fuck you want to do, and it's the opposite. But I think I'm the opposite of that person. I think I listen, I take direction really well. And not to say that the people that were directing me are wrong, but I always had this fleeting idea in my head. This not even fleeting, it approaching idea in my head that at 26 I was gonna say to hell with all and start really genuinely doing what I want, but not in like a 16 rebellious way, like where I say fuck everybody and cut everybody off. Like the opposite, where I take everybody in, drawing everybody in, and still doing what the fuck I want to do, and bringing in more people, and just being selfless. And we can wrap around and now tell you why I was so geeked to go to Jordan. Well, I was geeked to go see Jordan because I've been watching Jordan ever since I was a minor, along with other content that I still watch that I probably shouldn't have been watching. But I think I gave myself a nice balance, balance some things out with other things, If you're going so much on this stream on this side, you might as well go on this side as well. So that's just how my thinking was, and it has served me well, because I stopped listening to Jordan after I had a little Playboy Cardi phase. I had a little rap phase in high school, and we were creating new genres and religions and cults, and that was fun. But it wasn't really successful. I didn't really get to do it how I wanted to do it. Kind of gave up on that plan. And now we're trying to get back to a plan where we can just, I don't necessarily need to create anything. I just need to have everything that I enjoy in balance. So we brought Jordan Peterson back into the fold. That also was when he was dealing with his illness. It was the same time I was coming back to him. So I'm just like, all right, look, bro, if you survive, I won't stop listening to you, because I didn't have a reason to stop other than me not wanting to listen to my conscience. Maybe I didn't need to hear my conscience while I was building a new cult. Maybe my conscience was a little annoying. Not saying that Jordan's my conscience, but at least he gives fuel to it. He definitely eggs it on. Definitely eggs on my conscience, for sure. And there's things that do the opposite and can do things in different directions, and I just think the balance is more nice. Wouldn't mind starting a cult. That's kind of what this is, except I'm not gonna tell you what to think. I'm just gonna say this is how I think, just in case I ever hit my head and I need to watch these videos again to know. I can't put propaganda in there for you. I'll turn into you while I'm trying to figure out who I am after this terrible accident, hypothetically. So anyway, what's been going on in my life is I've been sinking into being a degenerate. Pretty much been in this bed, and I've just been taking it all in. I've been playing The Last of Us. That was a little fun. I played that for like 2 seconds. That's what I call playing games. Is when you play it for 2 seconds, your head starts throbbing because you turned up the settings too high and your computer can't run that, and you just want good graphics. Really, you're not even a gamer. You really just want to watch a movie. So we did that. We watched 2 episodes of Black Mirror. We barbecued with our roommate the other day. We're dog sitting currently. We saw the Jordan thing, and we're going to be going to a baby shower soon. So I plan on taking you guys on board for none of this. Barely was gonna tell you guys, but there you go. Now, there will come a point where I'll have to start taking you guys with me. I've already been looking at mics, portable mics. I really like this mic. I wish I could walk around with this mic. Is that even crazier? I see as we approach me doing whatever the fuck I want to do, things that are crazy, because my brain's always been like, all right, look, this is everything you want to do that's crazy. We're going to put in this category. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but we got to label them correctly. And then everything else that's normal is on this side. So I still reach for the crazy shit. I just know it's labeled crazy. And I think now that I've been getting closer to doing whatever the fuck I want to do, the labels are now just, I'm dyslexic now. I can't even see which label I'm picking up. So I'm like, I think this is a crazy one, but I'm not really sure. So that's scary and interesting. And look, if I really truthfully trust myself and believe that I'm doing the right thing and I'm going to do the right thing when that point presents itself for me to make that choice, then I shouldn't be scared to pick up the crazy stuff either. I never thought the crazy stuff was bad. I just thought it wasn't normal. Some of it's bad, but most of the bad shit's the normal shit. To be honest, I think we might frown upon more like just something that's crazy that's not hurting anybody more than we would actually frown upon some shit that's actually just bad. I don't know if I'm just talking my ass with that one, but that's why it's recorded. It feels true. I think it's true, baby. Sorry. But yeah, just a more boisterous. So I don't know what I've told y'all, and I haven't. But let me tell you something. When I went to Jordan Peterson, I had a nice little button up. I had my pants tucked in. I had my shirt tucked in my pants. I had some Vans on. I had no dress shoes. They was white Vans, but they wasn't shiny clean, but they was like everything else above was good enough for you not to really look at them. That was the goal. I liked it. I got back on my diet, so I didn't feel super fat. And do I want to say this part? I didn't vape, but I usually relax and listen to Jordan Peterson if I'm not working out or doing something during the day. I usually relax with some type of substance like nicotine or caffeine or something like that. Something herbal. But you can't vape in a freaking... That's disrespectful. I gotta stay focused. So we got Zen. We got some Zens. And then that's all I'll tell you. But we didn't vape or anything in there. And then I had some candy. It's a special type of candy right before I walked in the door. Yeah. I need to see how much I just need to not do anything illegal in my life, because I'm afraid telling the truth and being honest comes very easy to me. It's a good and bad thing, but it's mostly a good thing from what Jordan Peterson is saying, so I'll just lean into that. Because I know it was a lot easier when I was younger to just truthfully be honest. I seen adults keep secrets, and I was like, you have a reason to keep a secret. But I'm a kid. I haven't done anything crazy yet. So, but I'm not a kid anymore, and I have done crazy stuff. So, but Jordan Peterson says you never get away with anything. So, I think that's true. Or maybe that's a trick so everybody can tell on themselves. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a really good trick and it might work. So, I think it's true regardless. Like your conscience, you'll just snitch on yourself. Or you'll try to hide it so much your body will physiologically start snitching on you by shutting down. So we just live in a realm where energy has to just pass. It can't be stationary. So yeah, hopefully I can go through that process and this process and the whole entire process of just living in a world like that without it killing me. So, but if it does kill me, I guess that's what I'm meant to be. Like, a butterfly is meant to fly and sometimes fall out the sky and die. But it's not doing anything strange, honestly. And there's more butterflies, so I'm not the only ugly man with a mustache and a goatee. So, if I and look, I'm gonna be hard on myself, guys. But I have not yet. You haven't seen it yet, so yeah, you haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know how hard I'm gonna be. But I've been pretty hard on myself so far because of the stuff I can't do. Because I told myself not to do it. Only if it was that easy. It's not like me telling myself not to do stuff. It's just making the situation so right. Where it's like forgetting something on purpose. Like, I'm forgetting to do my addiction on purpose. Like, whatever it may be. Like, it's there and I'm letting time pass on purpose from it and doing other shit. I'm like, oh, guess we can't do it. And that's how I make it through a day. And then after 5 days, I take credit for it. Even though I was holding on to the edge of my seat, like, the whole entire time. Getting ready to fail. So that's where we're at. That's what we do. When I get cocky, it pisses me off because I'm like, you're getting ready to fucking fall. You dumbass. You're doing this one day at a time. There's no way you're going to take credit for this whole week. But I still do. So what I'm trying to do, oh my God. So I'm going to have to do that for like years now straight. And I'm going to take credit for the fucking whole years, even though I was taking it one day at a time. I'm going to have to fucking take it one day at a time, man. Like, it may, like, I guess, like, I remember telling this plan, and it was so funny because it was the right answer that I could have even come up with. Like, I'm thinking about what people are going to say before I say what I'm going to say. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to live in my car and stuff. And they were like, so you don't have a plan? And that's like the best response, because I'm like, that's a response that I would have been like, all right, so I'm gonna tell somebody, and they're gonna say, oh, you don't have a plan. Like, that was already in my head. So when they said that, I just laughed because I was like, oh my God, it's so true. But no, I do have a plan. It just doesn't sound like that. And can you even have a plan? I just watched somebody execute a plan in front of everybody, publicly, on some never been done before type shit. And that was Trump. And he said, they were asking him, what are you going to do when you get there? He said, I don't know. I got to get there first. And I just keep thinking about that because I don't fucking know. The reason why I started this video is because I was watching this lady. No, I was listening to this guy. And he was talking about, he was like, get your fucking spot, find your spot, park in that bitch, fucking sleep, and then don't fucking stay there. Dip immediately after you wake up. He woke up at 5. He went there at 9. He woke up at 5 and dipped. He went and got a coffee, and then he did all the shit in his van after he got a coffee because he was sitting he was parked in front of the restaurant, and he was a customer now at that point. He wasn't near people that were just like walking their dogs and stuff. So this is the type of thinking that's yes. I'm listening to everybody, even when it's opposite direction of what I want to do. I'm still listening. And one of the crucial things I was thinking about, because he said he's been doing this for 5 years, never had any trouble, and he's in neighborhoods. I don't want to do the neighborhoods, but look, I'm not against anything. I know I had to take every day at a time, so I can't say I'll only do campsites and rest stops, even though that's what I prefer, just because it just seems like more comfortable for me, just somebody that hasn't even done it yet. So what do I know? But what he's saying is, that's what he's saying. When he first started, he was in front of apartments and neighborhoods and stuff, and he would just scope them out and look for like large parked areas where you lose track of all the vehicles because there's just so much traffic and things going on. Taking advantage of that situation from like 9 to 5 or whatever in this circumstance. So smart. Yes, I agree. I don't have a van. I have a car. What we have to do is we have to go in that car and we have to fucking, I don't know if we want to buy the fucking shit that's going to lay out. I don't know if we want to measure it. I think the first night ever, like, I'm just going to fucking pick a rest stop. But I think the first night ever, we're not going to have shit. Like, we need a battery and air condition. But I think the first night ever, we're not going to have shit. Maybe the first month. I'm 25 and I don't have shit to do. Like, this is something to do. Because once we get it set up, I'll tell you my schedule. No, I haven't memorized. My alarm clock goes off. So, from 10 o'clock in the morning to 9 p.m. is the window where we'll be at work. We'll be working an actual job. And then, but that gives me plenty of time, like, just in case I go over or whatever. That's still no earlier than 10, no later than 9 p.m. on my work days. After I get off work around 9, go to the gym, take a shower. It should be, and I can do like a 30-minute workout. It doesn't have to be crazy, because I'm going to be going to the gym 2 times a day. Take a shower. Then, so it should be between 12 and 1 o'clock when I get out of the gym. Now, find a parking spot between 12 and 1. Either be a campsite or drive out to a fucking rest stop. So alternating the rest stops, alternating the campsites. Not going to the same one every day. Not going to the same anywhere every day. Maybe gym, like work, but nowhere else like that you would be sleeping. You would have 8 to 7 hours of sleep. That would be between 1 and 8. 12 and 8. 12 and 9, whatever. 8 hours you get. Then at 9, sometime around 9, you have to just wake up and just go to the gym again. Another 30-minute warm-up, stretch, whatever, workout. And then at 10, you should start heading to work. Be early as well. Like 10 o'clock is pretty early for my work. So there's still like a lot of hour spacing in between all of this, but that would continue out through every single day. And this is what I want, guys. I want to still be doing that schedule when I have kids. Like, I might not work the same job, or I might do the same stuff, but at 10, I want to be free all the way up till 9. And then I want that rest to be filled in with working out. And then all the work that I'm doing now, it's not like, let's say I get rich. That whole 10 to 9, my job's very intensive physically. I want to still be exerting that type of intensity in whatever the fuck I'm doing. Or at least half of it. I want to have it in a fucking bottle. I'm trying to bottle up how much hard work I'm doing right now into something I can sip on every day for the rest of my life. Because if I just take one day out of a good week of mine, I'm so proud of myself. But I want to duplicate that through the rest of my life. I have muscles. I have biceps. I don't even go to the gym now. And then we have martial arts. But we can't do that on the work days because that starts at like 10 in the morning. And we don't want to do that late and shit. So on the weekends for my job, at 10 o'clock, I would be heading to MMA. So all the same other shit on my schedule, just MMA's added. And that would just keep repeating. It loops on itself. That's the fucking plan. To be a fucking monster. And I think you can do it with 30 minutes a day in the gym. Because you know how much I do now and I work in an intensive work job? 0. How much MMA I do? I went 6 times. It was fun. I got to be around guys. You know, maybe bump into somebody with a crazy ass idea like mine, you know. At least I can know there's more out there. I assume they are. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's just like, you know what, all these social norms, fuck that. How do I get ahead? I don't mind if I look crazy for a little bit. At least I'm not hurting anybody. Who cares how I look? I look crazy now. So anyway, like, it's no point, bro. You're always gonna look crazy. In my life, the more crazier I looked, the more normal people thought I was. I feel like I'm not even at my craziest now. I haven't even began. I haven't even started to be at my crazy. The most craziest. I'm just opening my mouth telling you what my body's about to do in the next couple of years, and it's about to be crazy. But other than that, I've been concealing all my craziness out of love and respect for people around me. And I don't think I'll be hurting them, so it's full steam ahead. Let's do it while we're young anyway. I see all these older people doing it. Hey, look, I'm not saying I'm giving myself like a year cut off or anything. This can go indefinitely. Especially if I'm just stacking up bread. I'll just continue. My goal is to buy some land with no HOA so I can build a Rob Deerdeck imaginary park. Alright? But with my own vision. So, we're single? You're like, oh, we're single? So there's not even a girl to piss off with this idea. There's not even a girl to piss off. By the time she show up, I'll just lie and say I'm not crazy anymore, even though it's obvious. So, and she'll believe it a little bit, and then she'll get to know me and be like, oh, okay, you're not gonna never not be crazy. I'm like, why would I stop now? Look at this. So that's what I'm hoping to be able to say about my craziness. Why would I stop now? And it's got me this far. I mean, I'll just never look like at anybody and they come to me with a crazy plan. I won't necessarily just shoot it down because I don't even know how you got where you're standing right now to tell me the plan. So however you did that, just do what you did there and you're going to get there. And it might seem like I don't care, but I care so much about people. Like I said with the cult thing. Did I tell you guys that? Well, if I did, like, I would just let you do your own shit. Like high school, I'm like, let me start a cult. It wasn't called that. I would have called it something more flattering. But I was like, let me do that. And then I came to some point, man, just let people do what the fuck they want to do, man. I ain't trying to fuck up nobody's shit. Like, I'll be damned if I fuck up somebody's life. Like, that's kind of scary. I don't want to fuck up somebody's life. The fuck I want to fuck up somebody's life for? That should be scary when you be seeing the people, they be coming back and they be like, you remember me from high school? And they be like, what? You be like, you remember me? You be like, no. He'd be like, ugly fat ass face. He'd be like, oh. And then he just pulls out a gun and shoots him. Like, I can't, I can't. Like, even though that would be funny to call somebody that in school. Not if they don't laugh eventually. I mean, not if they don't bring it up eventually, Not if they don't ever be like, I don't know. I don't know what that does. But it just, the context matters. And I feel like whenever I've been a bully like that in school, the context matters. And the guy that was being joked on could join in and was participating. But to just single somebody out in the corner and just keep hammering them and hitting them like you're getting beat at home and you need to take your anger out, that's sad, because I'm looking at you being like, damn, he's getting beat at home, you gotta take his anger out. Like, so it just makes it worse, the situation. It just makes the room nasty, and it's just like, so hopefully, but I don't think anybody can say, remember. I think this is how it's gonna sound. Somebody say, remember me from high school. Hey, remember me from high school? Like, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's not no. Remember me? like just shit just fell on his head one day at school and everybody saw it. Like, you remember me? It's like, I don't think I do. What school was it? That wasn't me. I wasn't involved. Yes, you were. You laughed at me. You thought I was a fool. That was what the One Black Mirror episode was about. Not to spoil anything. You laughed at. It's even worse than the teachers joining. Remember Miss Helly? Yeah, she's dead now. I'm like, what? She was like the youngest teacher. So yeah, her balance was really bad. I'm like, what the fuck? She's a little bit of a klutz. So, yeah, I can't, I was talking to my roommate yesterday, and it was getting deep. We were talking about Jordan Peterson, and we were making fun of. You could say see, Jordan Peterson is beautiful because you know how to use these words. Look, we was making fun of. Right now, I'm messing with words right now. See my hands in the air? We was making fun of. Now look, we was pointing out. Look at that. And now Jordan Peterson fully understands what I'm doing. We were pointing out how he talks with his hands and his whole body. And it's really not talking, it's thinking. It gives you enough time. You can pause. And you can continue. And he's thinking. And then he stops, he pauses. He's reaching for a word. He finds it. Completes the movement. And we were talking about how cool that was. And I liked it. I kined it to, and this was the first time this premonition had ever hit me. It was like the words are swirling all around you. There's words, all the universe words are swirling around you like soup, like ramen noodles, like noodle words is sliding past you. And it's like you're dyslexic, you're dyslexic like me. And you're looking at the words and you can't articulate them. It's dark, but you know where you need it. The feeling helps you pull it a little bit, and you can almost slurp the word up because they're all around you like a noodle, just all around you spinning. You can push them away by accident if you're not careful. You gotta be gentle. I was like, you gotta be gentle with it, because you might. It's like space, and the stars are the words, and they're swirling. They're long and stretched out, and you can. And I was like, this is amazing because that's how it is. I was like, this is great. And I said, that's what he's doing. I said, that's what we're in. I said, this is why words are important. Because you can push them away by accident. You're too rough. Look how much words I pushed away. And this momentum is really heavy and fast. These words are in a different universe right now. So you gotta be careful. I forget what was the point I was making? See, but it can't be for show. I'm doing it for show. Now I'm being funny. It has to be serious. It's gone. See, it's very delicate. They're still there, but these aren't the words I'm looking for. And when you're in that zone, you're just... Because I was saying that's what he was doing when Jordan paused. It was so quiet. Because the stratosphere of the manipulation of... You know what I mean? Like, it was just... Like, remember he brought up a term. It was like, you don't want to eat your words. You don't eat your phrases. I was like, okay. Well, I was trying to understand that. I was trying to understand that word, that phrasing, and I was like, what is it? What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, you say the wrong word, but you're like, it's good enough, and you just keep going. You know what I mean? Is that what? Because that's not what Jordan's doing. Jordan will be like, nope, that's not the right word. Wait. The conglomerate of the stratosphere of the manipulations. Because I was like, we're making fun of him. I was like, no, we're pointing out. This is what we were doing. This is how we got here. Me and my roommate are so like smart, just getting here like this. I was like, I use like and actually a lot. I'm like actually. And then he hit me out of nowhere. He was, or maybe I said it first, and then he was like, these are better words, because there's always a better word. He said instead of if, instead of like and actually, you do well. And instead of actually, you do, what was it? How. It was how. And this was so easy because we didn't think about it. So we replaced actually with how. And we replaced if with well. And I don't know how, but we were just doing this. And it was like, we were like, these well and how are more manly than like and actually. And more assertive, more likely to get you to do some crazy shit. Like, I could lead an army by replacing well and how from like and actually. I could get the men, and even like foreplay, that's when I brought it up. I was like, well is hell of a word for foreplay. Well. You know what I mean? So we were more on a ride with that one, but you had to be there. That one wasn't recorded. So look, I might not be a writer, I might not be like good with words or whatever, but I'm definitely a thinker for sure. And I feel like just with the thinking alone, I can tell a story. I like telling stories. So the thinking does lend itself to the storytelling if my vocabulary's not there. But look, my vocabulary's always been there, and if anything, it's gotten worse during my high school years when I thought I was a lyricist. So if anything, it's never really truthfully taken a break. It's just taken a detour down a less common road. And what's so common about me anyway? So look, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Because this is as close as I'm getting to doing a cult. The men that find themselves here are not the most manliest man in the world. Alright? Unless you ask my ego. So I'm not the most manliest man in the world. So like literally just watch me get there, because that's the goal. And then after that, I will actually work from there. But look, I cannot be thinking like 3 years into the future and stuff anymore. That's pointless. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen tomorrow. And I've gotten into the habit of thinking 3 years ahead so I can appease other people. But all I'm doing is predicting the future, and it ain't got nothing to do with what would appease anybody. So I think I know what's gonna happen in the fucking future because I'm gonna have to live in the motherfucker. That's what I've always assumed. I'm just like, look, I'm like 26. I assume like somewhere in my body it's set up to predict the future a little bit more seriously than it is for somebody that's like 75. Like their body's like, their brain's like, yeah, I'll predict the future, but we really don't have to. You know what I mean? But I feel like as a 26-year-old body's like, we have to predict this motherfucker because if we get it wrong, we're going to die because we're going to be there. I feel like the 70-year-old body's just like, we ain't going to be there. Who cares? Even if you think you care because you got kids and stuff, how much could you really care if you can't be there? So you could look at a young person and be like, oh, they're just destroying society and they're not contributing anything. Well, that might be true, but it don't matter. It's even more sad because they're going to have to be there. You're not going to be there. So they actually should care. They should care. Should is what a lot of things should be, but I don't necessarily look at somebody young that's like constantly fucking up and like making shit harder on everybody as like, oh my god, that person should be gone. I look at it like, damn, that person's gonna be here for a long time, and I bet if they knew how long, they wouldn't really want to, if they could really imagine how long, they wouldn't want to mess it up, because damn, it's gonna make it longer. So they're gonna live longer. The people that are really fucking up are gonna live longer. Like, I might start fucking up eventually and fall off and just forget myself, and they're gonna like either still be doing what they're doing or have to get on the straight and narrow, and that time's gonna be so much long. Like, it's just gonna be long because it's even surpassing my thing that I think is gonna be long. So I don't know. I'm thinking. So yeah, man. So I was saying that like, my friend was talking about like, you know, circumstances of me running into like malicious people or like something crazy happening, and I'm just like, I'm not asking for malicious people not to be in my vicinity, people with bad intent that wish to harm me. I'm just wishing that they're fixing all their shit in their cloud of words and their mixture swirl of words, that the momentum of all their maliciousness is just, the entropy of it, the momentum of it is just decreasing. So about time they get to me, they've just shedded all of their maliciousness and they're now in a different swirl of words. Because I feel like if you wish for people to be away from you or pray that they'll be away from you, the universe is like, fuck you, I don't care, I don't listen to you. And you're just going to find them right in front of you. I think if you give them something, you give the universe a mission to do to this person. You know, it might be a negative, it might be like, it might not be the best change for this person, but it's not the most negative, and they're being stripped of something, and they can probably progress. So this is sort of like wishing good on your enemies, that you even yet to meet. So my wish is that they turn into not my enemies by the time they reach me. And a swirl of malicious intent is just pushed out the back of them like some sort of fuel, pushing them closer to me even faster. I want them to come even faster, get to me faster. That person that was going to rob me and by gunpoint, even though I don't have any money on me, they are going to get to me faster. But by the time they get to me, they won't have a gun anymore. They'll have a suit and they'll have a job interview for the next day. You know what I mean? We are not fucking playing. I'm not playing in here. I'm not going to play with here. I'm not going to play with here over my groin area. We're not going to play with any areas. It's too serious. We have high tech equipment. You know what This is the high-tech equipment. The billions of years it took for a human being's mind and body to evolve. And now we're sitting in front of AI and technology that can destroy the entire planet. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's not you. No. It's not okay. And if anybody ever felt overwhelmed by this shit, it's because I feel like we've been saying it's okay for too long. There's certain motherfuckers that are supposed to have made it easier on us, but now they're in this universe where it's okay and they're just chilling. This is a universe where it was okay and they just chilled instead of making it a little easier on everybody. So I'm not going to chill. Like, I think we all have some type of purpose. I can get caught up in only thinking about myself and saying I'm the purpose. I'm the number one purpose. We can all do that. But the art is to get out of that mindset and then find yourself back in it to get out again. So what I'm saying is basically I have the philosophy that creates content. This is the Jordan Peterson philosophy. The philosophy that creates content is the adventure of your life. Guys, if I've been indoctrinated since I was 14, this is just going to come out very easily. And this is kind of how kids work. You're indoctrinated when they're young, and then when they grow up, they remember the shit, and they use it, especially if it was useful. Especially if they got to practice not using it. Now they're very adamant on it. Now you made them stronger on the idea. Because they're like, I did it, but then I didn't do it for a while, and I didn't like what happened, and I was trying to get back. I forgot about it, and then I found it again. That's where I'm at. I'm in the finding again spot. Like, oh, I fucked up. I got too cocky. Thought I couldn't die. All makes for a great story. All makes for great content. And the redemption arc has to be fire. And the redemption arc is going to look like I gave up. Somebody, oh, he's fucking done. But I'm not. I'm going to be doing shit like this. This is very interesting to me. My engineer mind is like, wow, look at what he just did. Look at what he just did. Now, as a child, I would want to take that apart and see what's inside of it. But I know what's inside of everything now. Because I took everything apart. Alright. So, I'd rather just put the screw back on and fix the motherfucker and get over with. Because something else gonna break soon anyway. And that's a good attitude. Because I believe when I have a son, I'm just gonna let him take apart shit. I'm like, oh, you took apart that toy, I got you. I used to put it back together, though. But I only started putting it back together when I seen people's faces of how they looked after I took it apart. Because I would take it apart and leave it apart. I'd be like, all right, now we can make something else. They'd be like, no, the fuck you can't. You better put that shit back together. I'm like, well, you're not facilitating growth, but I'll do so. Like, I was always like, look, guys, if you just let me do what the fuck I want to do, I can get us out of here. We was in the hood. Like, guys, if you stop worrying about me and let me almost die a little bit, we can get this shit. I was always willing. I think, no, okay, look, I would always be willing to put my, like, neck on the line to just, like, achieve some shit that I believed in. But if you got in my ear and start trying to scare me out of it as a child, I would get scared out of it and stop. So I don't know if I'm talking big shit or I've been being suppressed on some shit that should have been suppressed. I don't know if I'm a super genius or a super idiot. That's what we're getting ready to find out. I don't think we're either of them. I think we're a little bit of both, which is even more interesting. But to the super idiot, I chalk up to everybody trying to stop. No, I'm just playing. I just blame everybody. Could have been more intelligent. I could have definitely been that kid if you would have grabbed me at the right time and threw me in like a smart school or something. I could have just went along. Because the actually opposite happened where I got thrown into like the slow class. I don't know what they call it. I'm sorry. That's what we called it. I got thrown in there and I just stuck with it. I didn't even try to get out. I was a little spiteful too. I was like, fuck y'all then. I'm gonna be here forever then. These guys are way cooler and they don't pretend to listen to the teacher. I'm looking at everybody else in the red class, fake ass motherfuckers pretending to listen. We all gonna pass as long as we write our name on the paper. Like, I already found that out early. They told me all the secrets. I still didn't want to pass. I dropped out. I was like, so I can lie and I'm gonna pass. So fuck you guys. Wait, okay. That's not really what I was saying, but I was really like, I was really over it. I loved everybody though. I really was social and talked to everybody and passed the time with everybody. Everybody had a great time. But as far as my grades, they had a terrible time. It's a little disappointing. These things affect me, but that's when I knew the system was rigged. And I still don't have a high school diploma. And I frankly don't want one. Ever. I could die without a high school diploma. I'd be fine. Because even if I did get one, if there was an ounce of me that felt like I know as much as I know now afterwards, and I didn't really learn anything, well then yeah, it's just a paper. I don't know. That makes me respect college more. So I wouldn't have I don't have respect for like, well, certain schools, but like, I don't know. It like a lot of the blame is me too. Like I said, like not paying attention and stuff. But I kind of just came to all these conclusions I'm coming to now. Then, and just was like, I can never say it out loud. But truthfully, in my heart, I was like, the only way you would be able to execute anything like that is if you did say it out loud. So. I'll get a high school diploma if there's something I really want to do with it. But for right now, I feel like I'm behind in a lot of things. I was 300 pounds at one point, so I can get really worked up and stressed out that I'm not operating by somebody else's schedule, somebody else's ideals of their schedule. Oh, by high school you should graduate. By 18 you should graduate. 19, whatever. You should graduate by 30. You should have a house. I feel like trying to follow these type of schedules are resorting to my inaction. I need to just dump them completely and realize that I failed every other fucking schedule, metric, due date, and just start where I'm at. This is the hardest part of like somebody that's left religion and is griefed over their actions, is like forgiveness and then starting again. And so the most important part of that, I think, is the forgiveness part, because that allows you to start again. You can beat yourself up forever and never start. All this is good blah 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 words and stuff. I go a long time without talking, honestly. Because after a while, these words don't even mean anything. They don't mean anything after a while. They're just a conglomerate of things that sound good. Yeah, I can stroke my ego. But where's the action? This man's doing action. He's been doing it for 5 years. I don't remember what I've been doing for the last 25 years, so as it comes to me, I'll catch you guys up, but I don't really think it matters. I think it doesn't matter for me to share it necessarily. It just matters for me to build upon it and document it. Let's see what the fuck this guy doing.
Residential area, like around apartment buildings and things, and there you kind of want to keep your
guys. My dad was born in 1952. Everyone should have a home. The way that he looked at the world was justified. Even, he passed in 2014. It was justified. Now, at 2014, like around before he's getting passed, he was like, all right, maybe a crazy person like you's fine in this world. Because I don't even know what the fuck's going on. That's what I could kind of tell his vibe was. Like, you'll be fine. This world's just as crazy as you. I guess things happen for a reason. I guess the people that are crazy are born into the crazy world, thinking it's crazy, not realizing that they're born in that world and it's for them. So, and then they're like, oh, I want to stick to the norms. It's like, no, you're in the crazy part of the world. You're in the crazy part of the story. Stop trying to be normal now. You weren't trying to be normal when everything was normal. Stop now. I think this is a good age to be like that, because I could get a taste of the normalcy. And I got a taste of the pure insanity. And then I got pure insanity top off when I was an adult, like a little whipped cream at the top, with COVID and everything, and Trump's the cherry, COVID's like the whipped cream, and then the rest of everything building up to that point is like the drink, and then there's a little normalcy at the bottom. And I think things are patterns repeat. So what we're going to do when we make our drink, Gen Z, is we're going to put all the normalcy going to be the drink. Then we're going to do some crazy shit at the whipped cream. And then we're going to have then the next generation going to do a crazy chair on the top. And then we're going to divulge into some other crazy shit. I just think it repeat. Like, because the next generation saw the craziness. So now it's in them. We might be normal, straight edge in the next 5 years and keep it going for another 20 years. But that craziness that we put in their beginning years is still going to be there brewing. They'll be like, what if it does work? What if we can control everybody with virus? And then now they're doing it. And then their kids going to have to live through it a little bit. And then their next kid's going to be like, why are we doing this? And then they're going to rebel. And I just think that's what happens. And I don't think you can you can prolong certain time periods, but you can't stop the cycle from eating its tail again. So there's just too much to take in. Even the most evil genius is gonna forget something, and then it's gonna restart the cycle. So the evil genius will only extend the torment. He won't completely eradicate it or make it last forever. So it could feel like forever, and you could probably die in the time period and have kids and they won't even experience it. But overall, someone will, hopefully. See, the only cutoff button is we just kill each other, everybody, and there's nobody left to complete the cycle. That's the only way you get out of it. And I don't think you do that successfully. Somebody will still live, and then they'll create society again, and then do the same cycle again. I just feel like it's in us. It's in us not to be oppressed. It's in us to be oppressed. It's in us to all this shit. So I'm just doing a Doge right now. I'm doing a Doge for my hopefully my my lineage can be oh, he didn't forget about us. I know it looked like he was slacking. Like, they're just reading my autobiography. They're like, damn, we ain't never about to survive. We ain't never gonna live. This guy's fucking off. And I think right when you get to 26, that's when I turn to the camera and be like, all right, I'm done. I'm sorry. And they're like, oh, okay, this is the best part. He's done fucking off. I hope I'm done fucking off. I said we can't be in this car playing video games and jerking off all goddamn day. It's not gonna work. We gotta follow this schedule. Alright? I'm being serious. I've had too much comfort. I've comfort my whole life. My whole life I've been able to just kick back and watch TikTok or YouTube shorts or fucking Vine or fucking get on Kick or fucking get on fucking Instagram. I don't even get on this shit. I just wait till it gets to YouTube. I just get on YouTube, get all my information. The sun's down. I do it again. No. Now we will watch the sun go down and make sure it goes down every night. Alright. Then we might be able to still a little leisure time. I want to go to bed on the time I set for myself every day. I've been doing really good though. I'll tell you what I've been doing on my schedule so far. I could talk forever. What I've been doing is I've been waking up at 8. That's been good. But it's also probably because I'm dog sitting. Sticking to my diet. Let's just... Alright, I gotta pee. Let's look, I'm gonna let you watch... I'm gonna be right back. I'll let you watch this guy. Now I'm gonna go pee. I might take a shit too. Just doing whatever the fuck I want. Let's see what happens.
After a series of traumatic brain injuries, I was in...
It's about 9:15 at night, and I'm just looking for a place to sleep here tonight. I could probably sleep right where I'm parked right now, but I don't know this neighborhood very well. Sometimes it's good just to kind of pull up and, kind of assess the neighborhood. Looks like a nice little area though. There's apartments and stuff right up above me here. Someone's Christmas tree right there. Okay, I'm gonna go up the street a little bit here. There's a camper van right there. I don't know if anybody's in it or not. This side of the street has no parking signs. I don't mind parking in front of apartment buildings at all. Like a place like that, nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes I find parking apartments pretty easy. People have company and guests over that, you kind of stop paying attention to all the vehicles outside. Sometimes you just gotta feel places out, you know what I mean? Even here might be okay, right Looks alright to me. It's 9:30 at night. I'm gonna charge my phone up here. I love this little thing. It's a little Apple MagSafe. The phone just sticks right on there. This is the part you guys don't want to watch. It's 5 o'clock. Ugh. Alright, we slept good here last night. It was super quiet on this street. Come on, buddy, we should go. Hey. This guy makes it so hard to wake up in the morning. This is just snuggle bear. So in these scenarios here, when you're sleeping in a residential area, get up and get the heck out of here. Don't stick around these areas. Don't stay in the van. Make breakfast. Make coffee. Use these areas of sleeping for what they're for. A great place to sleep and then move on down the road. Because people are getting up right now. They're probably going to their cars, maybe not at 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe. But in these scenarios here, if you think you're being quiet inside, you can actually hear yourself moving around outside. I didn't really know that until Emmy told me that. Emmy's like, I can hear you when you're awake. I guess the van's got some creaks and stuff to it that she can hear from inside of her van. And the whole being stealth thing, don't try and hide. My van looks like a camper van. 100%. It says van life all over it. But I still get away with sleeping in all the same areas that I slept in when my van was stealthy. The only thing you just don't want to do is to live here, you know, so people can see the lights on inside your home or hear you moving around and banging around, because that will set off some things in some people. They're like, oh, somebody's in that van. So just pull up, use the place for what you need it for. The only place I needed this thing for last night was a great night's sleep. Success. Now get the heck out of here. Go enjoy all your morning, waking up, getting coffee or making breakfast somewhere else. Don't do that in the place that you sleep. Van life is pretty simple, man. I have been in this van for 5 years. Never have I ever had a problem. But the key to that is get up and leave. Don't stick around. I definitely sleep here again for sure. Don't come back to the same spot though. If you do these places, don't be seen in the same place all the time. Next time if I ever stay on the street, I'll stay way down, like 2 blocks down at the other end. That was great. Yeah, try not to frequent the same area all the time, because that's when, you know, problems arise. Maybe next time I'll sleep down that street. Apartment buildings are great. One of my favorite places to sleep when I first started my van life, when I lived in the city all the time, was in front of apartments. I loved it, man. It was great. Right here where these cars are, in front of all those trees, that's a good spot too. And a little tip, if you sleep, take a drive around first thing in the morning, like early, like 4 or 5 o'clock while everybody's sleeping. You usually get a better feel for the neighborhood or where you could possibly, at least that works for me anyway. You get a better feel for it. Like, oh, I could have slept there. Oh, that place looks like a nice place to sleep too. Alright, off to Timmy Hortons. Yeah, can I get a large coffee, 1 cream, 1 sugar? That's it. Thank you.
Hello, our #1 sleep app. Sign up with Hello today and get 50% off on your next month's membership. Hello, the #1 sleeping app in the world.
Oh, dude, that thing looks really good.
Oh my god, I was just watching the videos last night and I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome.
That thing's gonna look, oh yeah, when it's done, I think my vision for it's gonna be pretty wild.
That's coffee little guys.
Nice. See you, man.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
See you later. Nice talking to you. I always like meeting you guys. I met that guy here one morning at Tim Hortons, and he bought me a Timmy's gift card. What a cool guy. Okay, do I got everything? Because once I put my desk in place, I'm semi-trapped back here. I still gotta fix this. It's loose so it doesn't snap onto that latch. I haven't fixed it yet. So how my desk works is pretty darn simple. It's just a board with notches in there. It goes up and over into those grooves there. Once it's in there, it's locked in. Then on this side, while I have a jacket in the way, I have a board that's screwed onto the door. That's it. Let's remove this jacket. Come on, jacket, move out of the way. So you finally decided it's time to get rid of those floors. And you just want to get an idea of what is the total cost going to be. If you... And that's it. How simple is that? And it's my #1 used thing in the van. And it is so simple. This is cool. My buddy Andy made this for me. Thanks, brother. Okay. I have a little spot for my coffee because I have a tendency of knocking it over. That goes in there. So I only use my places of sleep as a bedroom. I go in, I sleep, I get out of the bedroom. Simple as that. The reason why I don't like personal, I mean, I guess this is just good advice for all of you too. Don't make noise or cause a ruckus in the places that you need the most in van life. It's easy to find places to live during the day. You could go hang out here for a little bit. I am a customer, so I'm allowed to be here in this parking lot. Or you could go find another street or a park or something to live during the day. But your sleeping places at night are very delicate. You don't want to screw with them. And you don't want others to screw with them either. So I always tell you guys, get up, get out. That's it. Use that place for one thing. Fall asleep, get a great night's sleep, get up in the morning and get out of there before you cause a disturbance in the neighborhood. Because once you start doing what I'm doing right now,
there's nothing more scary to me as a black man than causing a disturbance in the neighborhood. A hood's different, but a neighborhood sounds scary.
vacuuming, taking the dog out for a pee, and all my other morning stuff going on in the place that I need as a bedroom is when you start causing a ruckus. You don't need a stealth van to be able to sleep stealthy, if you want to use that word. I sleep in all the same areas that I did when my van never looked like this on the outside. It looked like a regular, just straight van. All the same. The key is don't live out of your van in those areas. Like this morning, sure I could have vacuumed and stuff while I was there, but if someone's walking to work and they've never seen a camper van there, and
look, this man's extra careful. Like, this is hot. Look, look. I know as I once started cold and I had my little bad face, whatever, but I still was that kid. Like, all right, let's not do this because the optics are bad, and we don't want to get in trouble or even look like we're going to get in trouble. So let's just do this somewhere else or do it a different way. And that's me. So since I'm gonna be a one-man band with one subscriber, I am going to have to maintain that type of thinking. So I'm very lazy with my collection of words. I'm like, all three of these words. I want to watch that. You can't watch podcasts on here. I cooked a $7 meal in my van. That's how fast I read. I cooked a solo Dollar Tree meal in my van. I paraphrased there too over the words. Let's go ahead and see. He has a Confederate flag.
What's good, people? Your boy Javon J, and I'm back with another video for y'all tonight. For those who are new here, I live out of my 2000 Toyota Sienna van. Alright, so tonight, I gotta prep my food because tomorrow is the Sabbath at sundown. Right? I could prep tomorrow.
Bro, I look down on this because I'm not it yet. So if you live in a house right now, you don't have any plans of doing this shit. How you're looking down on this man is how I'm looking down on this man, and also how I'm looking down on myself for wanting to have this as an ambition. What I'm hoping, day one, I'm like, actually, I'm the shit, and this is fire. All right. And I can see a smile showing up on his face. And he's not. I don't think these people are dumb. I think these people saw some shit ahead of them. And was like, I ain't doing that shit. And then they just decided not to do it. This is the human being that says, yeah, I'll go to America. I get some land. Oh, you don't know if I'm going to make it? I shouldn't go? It's stupid. No one's ever went. That's even tougher. At least I can watch other motherfuckers do this. Imagine a motherfucker doing some shit like this and they don't know. They the first one. I can't even feign ignorance because I have AI and have all these guys to look at. I should do this perfectly. But that's not going to happen. I'm only human.
Make some tilapia. Boom. We're gonna bake some of that.
Hey. He on carnivore.
Make some tilapia. And I'm gonna eat some avocado with it. Some tilapia, some avocado.
He on carnivore.
And some rice. Some cheddar broccoli rice.
He keto.
Easy, tasty. I got a lime so I can wash the fish out.
Man, that's about to be good as hell. That's about to be good as hell. Now look, good ingredients, good food, Papa John's. But maybe, see, I don't care about nothing else as long as it's clean. Whatever the preparation look like, the cleanliness, running water, I mean some type of water, like some type of cleanliness, and we can get down. Now me personally, I'm gonna be on the carnivore tip. So I was looking at some shit. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this shit. Alright. we're gonna watch him, and I'm gonna see if I can find this product, because this is what we might use to cook. And I don't know if I showed you the other 2 products. There's 3 products that are probably gonna keep us alive, and there's others, but these are 3 main ones I don't have yet. But let's watch him while I find this.
Yeah, I do. Like, as you guys see, when it comes to washing my clothes and all these things, I like when it's already ready. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get another duffel bag so I can put all my other clothes in, because the duffel bags should be able to fit underneath the bed. So, yeah. Until I figure out the clothes situation where I get store it better and not have to worry about how much clothes I have, even though I don't need that much. I just need like a month or 2 months worth of clothes that I can put in rotation, and I'm good. I don't need all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? 2, 3 pairs of sneakers, and I'm good. When I'm traveling or whatever I'm doing, that I can rotate, and I'm good. I don't need a whole wardrobe with me and all that. I don't like none of that. As long as I have comfortable clothes, quality clothes, that when I'm washing it over and over again, because back in the day I started a clothing line.
Man, this man sound like me. Let me tell you something, guys. This is some manly shit. I be seeing females doing it and be motivating me, because we all have our spectrums. Some men are more feminine, some women are more masculine. There's a spectrum of it. Some are leaning on this side, some are leaning just on the precipice of this side. This is a very masculine thing, to know what you want, to know what you're going to plan, to know what you're going to be asserted, to take that spot, to call these people, ask if you could do this, and say I'm doing this, and this is how we're going to do it. It's a lot of this type of speaking when I hear these people. It's a lot of, if they weren't able to have all this freedom, they would sound spoiled, but they're doing all the work themselves, so you can only congratulate them. And you tend not to even question how they make money. You're so proud of them. So this may be one method of cooking we have right here. I can tell by his face that was fire. We'll go back to him real quick and see how he prepared that.
Quick start guide, always helpful. Something heavy in there. Got one glass dish here. Got another glass dish in here. Well packaged, I'll give them that. It's well packaged. Let's see what's in here now. It just keeps going. There's all kinds of stuff in here. This looks like everything now. We have the Ninja Crispy Power Pod, which is the main part of the unit. I believe this is a crisping plate right here. We have 2 of them, one for each size container. We have a couple of lids for each container. This is the big batch removable container adapter. And we have the smaller container and the large container right here. Now what they claim is this is the power of a full-size air fryer in the palm of your hand. I guess it does fit in the palm of your hand. Oh, it's kind of heavy. They say it includes 2 different glass dishes that won't shatter. They say you can go from frozen to crispy in the same container. 4 settings, which will be on here. I'm seeing big
guys, I don't even need to fucking finish this video. Your imagination go wild. That's what the fuck I think we're gonna fucking use. I can't think of anything else more fucking close to safeness that I can use inside of a small space. And look, I'm not opposed to getting the van, but I'm just saying to have that in the back seat and nobody fucking notice, and I already got the shit laid down. How I'm gonna show you guys. It's gonna essentially look like inside a van. If I were to use this might not be an everyday thing, but if I were to use this, it'd be very simple. Very simple, very good, easy, fast idea. I couldn't have come up with myself a easier fucking way to fucking cook some chicken really quick. All I'm eating is fucking single meat. I want to eat meat that I've prepared anyway now. I'm tired of buying already seasoned meat, already prepared meat. I want to cook my shit from it being bloody to it being fucking just seasoned with salt. Instead of all these fucking glues and shit, all these meats glues and shit. That's just me personally. I never had a problem with meat glue in the past. I'm just saying, didn't know it existed. That's it. That's it. When I was describing something I was eating with meat glue in it, I was describing things that I thought existed. I was like, it has a peppery taste. It has a fatty chew. I wasn't saying it has a sticky meat glue flavor. Now, maybe if I would have knew about meat glue, I'd feel less betrayed right now, but I didn't know. We didn't learn that in school yet. All right, let's finish. Let's watch a little bit more.
Crisp, air fry, max crisp. They say these are snap lock lids that prevent spillage. The power pod is 1500 watts. Now the two containers are a 4-quart and a 6-cup container. It also includes the adapter, which is needed for the larger container. They say it's so portable you can even use it at work. Now this is a new item, so I don't really see a lot of reviews for this.
I thought he was gonna say in your car.
We're gonna kind of go below this one. I'm gonna read these over, clean all this off, and then we'll get started. All right, washed it off, read over the instructions, and now it's time for the first recipe. So the first recipe in the book is cheesy loaded tater tots. Let's do that. This calls for 2 pounds of tater tots and 2 cups of shredded cheese. Some optional toppings. I think I'll go with the bacon bits. Step 1, place the crisper plate in the big batch container, then place tots on top. Right here is the crisper plate that's going on.
Whatever, you pull up on me in my car, Van. I got some and bring some tots. I'll say, do you want some cheese on it? I'll be like, you want some spicy? It's spicy. I'll be like, all right, and what else? Do you want some meat? All right, you want some tuna? Okay, and that's a good tot for you right there. That's a good loaded tot. Oh, you don't have to pay. You're the first customer of the day. So, look. That's a product. Now let's find the other one. Let's watch, so I can show you all 3 of these products.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about this website. Now I'm spending $58 a month. Full coverage. That's saving $139. It's amazing. All you do, you just go to the site, you put in some basic information, and you get all these options that show up. People start saving right away. All you gotta do is just go check it out. It's that simple. The link's below.
Can you? Oh my God! How long is this shit?
I know a lot of you don't know that, but that was when I was way younger. You know, talking about labels, everything. It was legit. But you know, like I said, I was young. I didn't really, know everything. Back then, I was going through the motions, figuring it out. But now I know. So in the future, you guys can look forward to merch. All right, it's gonna be crazy. The reason why I said that is because when I in the bowl. First bowl. Smells good. Looks good. I'm about to. I am blessed. Hurry up before. Nah, man. Boom. So we good to go. Alright, y'all. Let's check on this fish.
Alright, guys. He obviously did his fucking shit with this. I mean, I've put out chicken out the oven and it's not even looked that good before. It's got a nice fucking brown on the top. That fucking looks good.
Yeah, let's taste test real quick. Some rice.
Healthy balance.
Some fish.
Some avocado.
Avocado. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I know it's good. You know it's good. The first thing he thought about was like, damn, these females missing out. Cause this fish so fucking good right now. And he give him a little plate. She walk up to the van. He give him a little plate. So let me tell you something. Where the fuck is it? I just had it up here. What the fuck? Alright. Oh fuck. Yeah, we're gonna hurt ourselves a lot in that, in our new life. Alright, you're pissing me off now. Now you're starting to piss me off. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. So first of all, this is the AC. It's this AC right here.
If you wanted to put one of those heat pumps in somewhere like your RV, van, boat, or even a tiny house, there just weren't really any options. But that's exactly where you can use a unit like this. This is the EcoFlow Wave 2, and this is a true portable heat pump and air conditioner. Now, though it does use some electricity to operate, it uses very little. Now, that's going to make it ideal for a portable install.
Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean. I did the research already. Now, there's a few different models, so it might not be that exact one. But look, they're popping up every day, so who knows? I'm not buying this shit to the last minute, just in case something does pop up.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a new video. I'm guessing you're here because you want to extend the runtime on your power.
So this is in the similar, but I'm pretty sure the one that we're looking at is the EcoFlow because it's mainstream, and I seen it years ago when I first thought about this, like closer to high school years, where I was like, damn, I'm gonna be 26 when I have to get that shit. Now that's what we're gonna do. So, this is not it. This is not the one. This is it right here. This looks so fucking sexy. I just want it for no reason. Like, I feel like if I wasn't even doing this, I would still want this fucking battery pack.
Both charging ports. Now these take 11 to 60 volts. With all these batteries is the brand new EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. Now this has lithium iron phosphate batteries and dual charge controllers. So let's show you guys the back to break down.
I want to see, one of my major like missions I want to do is see if I can get some type of port where I can charge it with the actual car's alternator or charge it with the car. Maybe get another battery for the car and deck out the car a little bit more that way and allow the car to be able to charge this on its own. Now if we can do that, it's infinite energy at that point. It's 0 point energy, and as soon as Terrence Howard releases all that shit and everybody starts making their own little startups and doing open source shit, and there's a bunch of little startup companies that are doing 0 point energy, I'm getting installed in the car, and then it's really 0 point energy. No more gas.
Charge controller. Now as you lift up this flap right here, you get both charging ports. Now these take 11 to 60 volts DC up to 15 amps. Each one will do 500 watts. Now just take note, you do not want...
I don't know what any of this means. I still want to be able to charge it with my fucking car. We'll talk to electricians. But at least now they'll take us seriously. I'll be like, listen guys, I'm not here to fuck around. I'm not here to appraisal. How cheap can this be? And can I please do it without dying? Well, hopefully I don't have to ask that part. They'll tell me, no, you'll die. I'll be like, is there a way I can't die? Because I'm that guy. I'm not the genius. I'm just the guy that says, is there a way we can't die and we can still have what we want? That's why I like Jordan Peterson. He said we could have our cake and eat it too. But you got to listen to his lectures to know what that means.
I want to go over 60 volts here. Luckily, our 48 volt battery tops out right under 60 volts. Now to get the fastest charging speeds, I will be using these MC4 charging cables from EcoFlow that have the XT60i connection. So this will allow us to go up to the higher amperage input limits. I've gone ahead and connected up the 48 volt to go.
Wait, did he just fix my problem super easily with just one dongle? Is that a car charger?
Volts. But to get the fastest charging speeds, I will be using these MC4 charging cables from EcoFlow that have the XT60.
Look, I don't think that's going to be a huge problem to fix the car charging part. I just think we might want to beef up our car's battery and make sure the alternator and everything's good with the car and make sure the car runs good. I just changed tires on the front. Did the brakes a while back. Did the oil a while back. These are things I can do. I can pretty much do anything because I'll just look it up. So, hire me in the future for anything because I'll look it up. I'm just the middleman at this point. I follow instructions well.
Connection, so this will allow us to go up to the higher amperage input limits. I've gone ahead and connected up the 48-volt battery to the first charge controller, and looking at the screen, you can see we're getting 500 watts charging input. Now I want to go ahead and connect up a second connection from the 48-volt battery to see if we can hit the full 1,000 watts input. Now I've gone ahead and wired up both connections to the charge controllers on the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max.
Alright, so this is it. Pretty cool. I will only be powering the air fryer, charging my phone, and the AC because it's hot as fucking Arizona. So might just leave the motherfucker running too. First couple of days, I don't know. Rain the window down. Rain the window down. Rain the window down. What are you talking about? Alright, so listen, guys. I just wanted to pop up and be like, it's not over. Well, I'm gonna title this video I'll take the thumbnail for I'll take the picture thumbnail for this right here. I'm gonna actually try. Okay, so guys, I gotta be a real content creator. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the terminology that you guys use. This is the thumbnail. It's gonna be a I'm sorry thumbnail. Alright, that's good enough. Wait. That looks like I'm disappointed a little bit. That looks like I'm ejaculating. Whatever. I'll pick between one of the three. But mainly I started this, guys, because I just really wanted to know. I don't want to get in trouble, guys. I might literally even get a lawyer since I'm gonna be a content creator, and I want to do crazy shit on my channel too. And I don't know what is, like I said earlier, I don't really know what's crazy and what's not. So I feel like cop walkers. You know what's crazy and what's not. Guys, I feign intelligence, but I'm really stupid, I swear. That's why I try to give off with my.
Today we're going to talk about everything you need to live in your car. Okay, so I've separated these items into 10 different categories just to simplify it and kind of make the video go a little smoother. So without further ado, we're going to jump into it. First items on the list is power banks. Okay, so first up we have the 2Go Power power station. This would be considered a budget power station, but I will say that it's probably my favorite one. One thing I like about it is that on the screen, when you're running an item, it'll tell you exactly how many hours it can run. I do not have that on my Jackery. Another thing is, there are flashlights on the side. This one kind of acts like a lantern, and this one is just your...
Okay, but it actually would be nice to have a backup one. Maybe like a cheap one you could carry with a flashlight on it. And you could charge in a cigarette lighter for sure. This is what I think about. And then I might let you guys go. This is what I think about. I moved so much in my life. The little knicks that I would have had when I was growing up are somewhere in somebody else's possession. The home that I grew up in is somebody else's possession. There's not much that grounds me to this country, even though my lineage stretches way past my years. So with that in mind, I've kind of accepted that, and I'm like, all right, let's start new. Everything we have is gonna be brand new. It's gonna be like Black Mirror when you look at my house, all new technology when I get a house one day. It's just nothing connecting me to like the past, maybe pictures. So it's very easy for me to be a minimalist. With that being said, because it's just everything's been stripped from me. I have to be a minimalist, or I would have went crazy by now. That type of separation trauma I have between certain animals, stuffed animals and things like that, real animals and toys and things. Like, even if I wouldn't be using her now, it'd be nice to go into a basement and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was a huge part of my life. But now I can't even see it. I don't even know what I forgot. Can you imagine that? I would have went crazy by now. So I'm a minimalist. And hopefully our kids won't have to be. Alright. They won't have to be minimalist. Because they'll be like, oh, they'll take it for granted. I had that stuffed animal since I was 3. Good for you. I'm going to be jealous. I'm like, well, fuck you. No, I'm just playing. But I remember I went to my mom's not too long ago. I saw a race car I had from like 18. That's me taking a race car because I'm like, oh, that's like the race car I had when I was 14. So even the shit that I can find that's old is just a fucking duplicate of something that I would have seen that's truly old. I could take this motherfucker right here in my hand and smash my laptop. It's so upsetting. Guys, I do want to do a gaming channel, but there's only one game I want to play. And that's World Box. World fucking Box that just had an update. World Box. So don't be surprised if you just see a channel shoot out of nowhere and it's got my voice on it and it's World Box. Gorg, that's my guy. Alright. I'll subscribe to him. Oh shit, I'm not.
Welcome to Terraria, a game...
But now I am. And hopefully he's not playing Terraria. Because it's all about World Box. Anyway, I like that they added races and stuff. I've been playing with that. Making the white people fight the black people and enslave them and stuff. It's been very fun recreating history with this game. And I wish that there were more godlike sandbox games where you could just recreate history. Because that's all we would do anyway, right? There's so much packed in history. Why tell a story when you can just give us a machine that can recreate history? We could do it our damn self. Tell our own goddamn story. We don't hear your goddamn story. At least not when we're playing a fucking sandbox game. So, I saw this one channel. He made the story and then he started playing it. Because now you can control singular characters. There's a lot of things in here now. But my favorite feature is making different races of people, making white people, making black people, making Mexican people, changing their stats. Being scared to discuss what history went on inside my map. That's how you know the game's good. It's like, damn, inside this is forbidden. It's a damn good game. Couldn't get that out of this Humanity game. I was kind of getting it out of Black and White. Black and White's old school God game. Let me see if I can even find it. It's probably not even gonna pop up. Well, I'll put it in 2, but damn, it shows up. Yeah, this is the game, Black and White, man. This game's fire.
Meet Shark Cryoglow.
This is actually, well, this is at a time period where games were like, they had to satiate you because you couldn't just update it later. It's my shit. I was playing this. I got this game. We could play this. This is the only exception to World Box, because the story's pretty captivating.
To be a god, to wield the power of good and evil, that is your destiny.
Kind of wish World Box looked like this, to be honest. Because these graphics were ahead of the time. Like, games literally look like this now. Just can't throw it in 1080p so you can really see it. Yeah, it looks like somebody made that in fucking Windows Movie, but hell of a game. Now, I constantly hear that the first one is better than the second one, but I can only play the second one without going crazy because the first one, for some reason, I can't get a hang of the UI as much as I can on the second one. They're both essentially the same game, except the newer one has better graphics, of course, and then the first one is a better story, is what the argument is. And I seem to agree, because just like the suspense in the first one is there, where it's not in the second one, the graphics make up for it. So they're both really good. But I've only played the second one. I began in the first one and then just finished with the second one, and basically played the first one. You can play the second one. So I imagine one day there's gonna be a God game so fucking good, man. It's gonna be so fucking good, because this is what you need to put in the center of a God game. A human. If you make a human perfectly, you don't even have to worry about the God part. Just make every movement a human can move, every fracture, everything that can happen to them, and then use AI to duplicate that for the other models of the human beings. Throw in the variations, the learning data. And then the God character is not, you don't even have to design him. Just fucking give me a good UI. I like the UI on Black and White because the whole theme was supposed to be no UI and you only use your mouse. And it worked pretty well. And in the first one, they stuck to that. And the second one, they started tampering with throwing a UI on the screen. So it took away some of the immersion that the first one had, even though the graphics were better. So it's a crazy thing. You can do that.
Popeyes came out with a couple new items, so y'all know how to try it. Fried pickles, iced pickles, my pickle. Popeyes came out with their pickle items. Put some honey on there. Let's do a little bit of that black and ranch. I love me some good fried pickles. They basically glaze their items with this pickle.
Bro, I don't eat any like carbs or meat or sugar or anything. So every 5 seconds, I have these. Well, it's not really, but it's been recently. I've been really wanting to like not do what I'm doing and just eat a pizza and some mac and cheese and some chicken and some fucking, you know what I mean, and a cake. But we're just gonna live vicariously through him.
Kind of reminds me of their Louisiana spicy garlic infused with dill. That pickle flavor is strong. Spice it up with some hot sauce. Gotta have the honey pack. Trying to go crazy tonight. Also got it in their bone-in and boneless wings. The pickle flavor isn't too overpowering. Their boneless wings are huge. I would say these items are pretty salty. Actually, really salty. And we'll wash it down with their pickle drink.
I didn't even register that at first. This is what I do when I don't want to cheat on my diet. I just watch people eat.
Best Italian food in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We went to Gino's Gourmet Sandwiches, and I had no idea what to get because the menu is massive. So I had to ask the worker what to get. Let's start with the classic gyro. I love these things. They give you a massive cup of tzatziki. Very good portion, pretty good. Juicy. Get this sauce on there right now. Oh, yeah. I've had ones with... Okay, let's make marinated steak tips in the brand new Ninja Crispy. Here I've got my steak. It says...
I need this Ninja now. I don't want to use my fucking oven right now. I got food I want to cook. I don't even want to do that now. You got a thermometer in it too?
Okay, we're going to select...
No way. It does not come with a thermometer.
About 12 minutes. Alright, we're going to see how it does. Okay, steaks are about done. We're going to take them off and let them rest. Alright. Let's get them off and we'll let them rest. And cleanup is super simple. I can put this container in the dishwasher. And they are done to perfection. All in the Ninja Crispy. It's an air fryer lid that fits on top of the Ninja container that it comes with. I do love it. Okay, let's make marinated.
It was made for me. I literally saw the trailer. Like it's a game or something or a movie. I literally saw the trailer. And I was like, oh, that's mine. Guys, I just want to do this now, guys. I'm so fucking excited. We got like a month left. Like we got this month, then we got May. And after May, I'm gonna be like, do you want to take this journey? I'm gonna ask myself, I'm gonna be like, can I take this journey? I'm gonna be like, yes, you may. All right, so
Just going around on TikTok putting cheese on a Chipotle burrito.
why he eating it like now what, nigga? He eating it like he stole it out your hand. And he like, I'm gonna eat it right in front of you. Like he eating it, like he mad at you a little bit. But it look good as hell.
This right here is a 20-pound whole ostrich leg.
God damn.
I smoked this bit. Threw a lot of seasoning on it. I mean, a lot of seasoning on it. Threw it on the smoker and smoked it.
God damn, that's a goddamn human leg.
And seared this one. This is a little over 2 feet, pushing about 25.
Bro, that look like a person, bro. I really wouldn't. I'd be scared just that it's a person's leg. Bro, he look like he eating on somebody's calf. God damn. Golly. Like in the picture, it did look big though, but it didn't look that big. Looked like a turkey leg in the picture. I'll be watching him. I saw Speed went to China. Came back at the right moment. Came back at the right time. I don't know if he's still there or not. I really wasn't keeping up. But it seemed like he went there and then came back at the right time. I heard some news. I was like, is he still out there? Is he Oh, I clicked on his video. I remember clicking on a video back in the day. And somebody judged me really heavy. But I feel like I could tell when it's about to happen for you. And when the person judged me, they was like, you watch Speed? I was like, we have to watch Speed. He's about to blow up. What do you mean? Like, it was just obvious to me, like, before. Like, it was still big. But it wasn't like, it's pretty big now. It's Donald Trump big. He's Donald Trump big now. But at that point, I think he was like not there yet. And I just felt it though. I felt he was willing. And he was willing. I think it has to do with the person. I think they have to be willing. I feel like I'm willing. You could tell when they're willing. I think what shows if you're willing, though, if it's everyday thing. Like, if I'm truly willing, I have to stream again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, all the way up until the first day. Like I said I would. That would show a little bit of I'm willing. But that doesn't bum me out too much, because behind the scenes, what I'm doing is fine. It's getting me there. But this would help for morale.
Too good to be true? It isn't. If you haven't checked your rates recently, you're
The spiciest hot pot in the world. Ooh. Chat, this is the most spiciest hot pot in the world in Chengdu. That shit looks spicy, bro. Chat, look how much peppers it is. I need to have water on standby. Ooh, yo, y'all should try this with me. What's that? Squid? Oh, it's beef? Can you hurry up and boil? Boil. Oh, thank you. All right. The spiciest hot pot in Chengdu. All right, let's go. Here we go. Chat, what if it don't be spicy? I'm gonna be so mad. Oh my God, chat. I might die. I might actually die. All right, chat, we're about to try the spiciest hot pot in Chengdu, China.
Did you just pick up? Bro, I guess he's still in China. I mean, I just love how he can go to China and like do everything they said not to do when you go to China. Like, I don't know if I'm mistaking China for somewhere else, but I thought for the most part they were like, don't be allowed American when you're there. But this is like killing. They're loving it. Cause I'm already a posh type of person, even though I said all that stuff. I'm genuinely posh, and then in my brain it's like that's where I'm being loud at. And then if I'm just like chilling and there's no cameras and I'm with my friend and I'm having a good time, then I'm generally loud there. But other than that, that's what he's doing though. There's like 73 million or more people there watching. And then there's people watching, so these are technically all his friends or fans, if you will. People that are aware of him. And then they're there for that show. So essentially, he could do whatever he wants. It's a lot of responsibility. Essentially, he could do whatever he wants. At the very least, if it's really disrespectful to them, they'll laugh it off. I don't think he's even went there yet. Like, as far as I'm concerned, everything, like, he's been a good representative from what I've seen, but I haven't been hitting every stream. I haven't been watching everything. I've just been popping in and out. So I love that. And they're obviously already aware of him. He has the youth. That's who's standing outside watching him. So I think the older people are definitely aware, and they're like, all right, it's tourism, it's popularity, it's looking at China in a different light, maybe even encouraging some people that wouldn't have went to China to be like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. So this is good publicity for China in my opinion, but it definitely gives it a new light for me, because I couldn't really imagine this until I seen it. I mean, he got snot hanging out his nose. I mean, he's really pushing the boundaries. He got him wiping it. He like, man, please wipe this, man. Please, man, you making us look crazy. I know that's what their job is. Like, man, you making us look crazy. And then they just gotta fall back on he young. I would do that too. He young. And then they probably just go in their hotel room and be like, what the fuck? Why the fuck did he do that? And then he probably be like, I don't even know. Like, the spirit just took me in the moment. I know that dude, his security dude, he be cracking up. He just never laughs. He be cracking up inside. He low-key probably love his job. That dude, because I just be looking at his face sometimes when, like, certain shit be happening. And I'll be so weak at how stoic he looking. He just stays stoic. Kind of look like my daddy. He kind of look like my daddy. That's all. They having a good time, man. They having a good time, man. I just be popping in. I'll be like, oh, they having a good time. This type of videos I'm trying to record right here. I feel like these are really high production, and I like these, and I'll be watching his videos all the way through.
I found out I have attachment issues because I found a dog today, and I didn't even want to try to find the owners. He was just walking around all alone, so I picked him up, became his best friend right away. I took him for a walk, found out we have a lot in common. He pees every 30 seconds just like me. Gave him some water, found out he also really likes water. I was even planning on going to get like professional pictures made, not for a lost dog flyer, just for like us so we could remember the day. I'm not joking, I had this dog 11 minutes before his owner came back and I had to give my best friend away. I asked the owner what the dog's name was and he said Jacob and that he's a prophet. Don't get me wrong, I like this dog too, but he wasn't really giving prophet vibes, you know, sniffing his own butt and all. And then I got inside and realized that he meant the dog's named after the prophet Jacob. Then I felt bad because I gave that guy a really weird look when he told me that. But I am happy he found his owner because when his owner came up, he got all excited and started wagging his tail, which did make me jealous, but good for him. Anyways, we cooked some pasta with some chicken. I found out I have attachment issues because I found a dog.
I saw one video he made spaghetti and he made a meatball sandwich in a parking lot, and he didn't cook the meatballs all the way through, and it really upset me. They had to throw away the sandwich. It really upset me because he usually makes really good meals. I was seeing a lot of good meals, just like the one you just saw, and so it upset me. But he's come back since then. I watched this video this morning when I woke up at 8. I think I'm gonna let you guys go. Like, I won't do a video, and then when I do a video, I just overachieve, and it's like 8 hours long.
I found a 25,000-pound boulder on my property and decided to make a rock tub with it. This project was very challenging. It took about 7 weeks of time over the course of 6 months of starting and stopping. I documented the whole process, and I hope you enjoy it.
I watched the whole process. This is how you have to do it.
Is that in fact it has lots of veins of quartz running through it. Now quartz is even harder than granite. It's an 8 on the Mohs scale. So it was very challenging to cut. Granite in general is just a hard material to work with. But the benefit is it's stronger. The shape's starting to form here. Here we have don't want to use too strong of a hammer because then you could risk splitting the sides. So we were using kind of medium strength jackhammers in terms of the scale of jackhammers go. But the process is just cut and hammer out 1,000 pounds. Rock downhill on the attempt to try lower part of the property. We were going to drag it up to an easier spot to work on, but decided just to keep it down there and shave the weight off of it and get it as light as we could before trying to move it and deciding the best.
So this guy's a genius. I'm only watching geniuses. I'm only like just trying to look at geniuses. Now look, he says stealth, but we heard the other guy, right? We gotta listen to what everybody's saying. We can't just listen to these geniuses and just think that we're one. We have to listen to what they're saying. So he's saying stealth. He trying to be stealthy. What did the old guy tell us? Ain't no such thing. So let's see what he talking about.
Well, just mind their own business. In this video, you'll get all the stealth van life parking tips I've ever learned or seen, and I'm just giving away my entire list of parking places. So
What the fuck I'm gonna do with it if everybody got it now? No, it's fine.
you will not have to worry about police knocks anymore, no matter what vehicle you're sleeping in. Let's just get right into it.
And look, I already know, like, it don't matter what vehicle. That's why we're starting off with the one we are. It's in my history now. Damn. This is like a second. This is it's like second nature to him. He's just like, this is like totally in his nervous system. I know it's sped up, but still, you could imagine somebody getting that in their nervous system and just pulling out their table really fast, changing their shit. On some Mr. and Miss Smith shit, just close the table, open it up, slide back, shoot the gun, slide into the bed, close the window, open the shower. You know, like, you could really just use this, you know, this is your home. No one knows your home better than you. It's pretty fire. Me, I just want a sensation. I just want sensory. I want everything to be censored. I don't like the hiccup and the bump. I know life has it already, but I think we make a synthetic bump that we just get used to going over. I don't want to go over that one anymore. I want to make a shuttle that can go through the bumps of the universe we're floating through. I don't want to. I want to make like a. Just let me make the. Trying to make the. I don't even want that many clothes. I want to dress like I'm going to a Jordan Peterson convention every time, so I don't even get pulled over. Like every day. Oh, he's going to an interview. Every day you see me, he's going to an interview. I feel like psychologically, that's how my dad wanted me to dress anyway. He's like, psychologically, that would be like good. All right, guys. Well, let me see how long it's been. Should I upload this now? Okay, I'll upload this now. Maybe I'll start recording again and I'll have a second one. And that second one will be called. This one was I'm Sorry. What's the next one? I forgot. Well, see you soon, but look. I'm not fucking lying, guys. I'm fucking serious. I'm dead ass. This is my life. And I have the deed, guys, and this is what's on the deed now. So, bye.